Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to a new video. So today I wanted to talk about online hideouts. So this is a brand new thing that I invented, and I think everybody should partake in it because it's going to be really cool, and I think it's honestly the new meta for online personal websites. So basically a hideout is an online virtual space created in WebVR, which essentially is like creating your own little personal website in HTML, but it's 3D and you get to navigate it like it's a video game. Now WebVR is not a new thing, and I definitely didn't invent it. It's actually been something that's existed for around 10 years now. However, nobody's ever created their own little hangout space in it, and that's why I think Hideout is such a cool thing to do. So down in the description below, I have linked kshideout.neocities.org, and it's such a cool website because you get to go on there and explore my little hideout. It's just a small little space that's really shadowly put together, and the reason why it was so poorly made is because it was the first time I'd ever interacted with WebVR. I didn't even know it was possible to have 3D objects in an HTML space. Now listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some HTML coding genius. I'm really not. I'm actually one of the stupidest human beings that's ever lived. However, one of the things I do before bed is I like to browse NeoCities, some cool websites that I've never seen, and just explore these cool little websites that people created. And I randomly stumbled upon one little website that was abandoned for like a solid 2 years up until the point that I discovered it. And I think it was supposed to be some sort of like art gallery or something like that, but it was never finished and it was abandoned, like fully abandoned. You can tell nobody had worked on that website in a solid few years. What really struck me was the fact that it was like literally like a video game. Like you could actually navigate this like it's a real game. And what was most amazing about it was the fact that it was fully coded in HTML, which I didn't even know was possible. Now with that being said, I stole the code. I copied it from the inspect element and pasted it into my own index. And yeah, that's kind of how K's Hideout came about. It was built in about 3 days. Because I'm ADHD as fuck, and when I get into something, I get so into it that I neglect my own personal physical health. One of my favorite things that I did with this hideout was hanging up posters of my favorite bands and other things. It really gives a sort of personalization that I haven't really been able to get with just creating websites, because I literally have like thousands of websites that I've created, but none of them have come even close to how cool and interactive this website is. Now this is not just some simple block placing, technique. It's not just blocks and planes and triangles and shit. You can actually place textures that are actually videos and effectively create a screen, like a TV screen. Now, videos are a little bit tricky because being that you're putting it on an HTML page, it's got to be compressed really heavily. Like, you only have 50 gigabytes to work with, and that's if you're a supporter. And so realistically, you want to have a small enough video that you could fit it into the TV screen. So you're not going to really be putting movies on there. And for my TV, I've really just been doing music videos and stuff like that, and a lot of them are really just screen recordings on YouTube, so they're not really that big to begin with. But definitely bigger projects like documentaries, you're gonna want to condense the shit out of those, and that can take a while. But there was a pretty big issue that I was having early on, where I wanted to make some objects clickable. I wanted people to be able to click on the little sign next to the TV and go to the website where you could vote to have a new video play on the TV. The problem is that I really was having a hard time trying to figure out any kind of way to make objects clickable. I just wasn't able to really find a good source code or a script to make that happen, because this shit, there's no scripting whatsoever. There's literally no JavaScript. It's all CSS and HTML. That's it. It's literally there's zero scripting happening, and that's what kind of made it a little bit difficult. But I did find a loophole. I figured out that if I just put my hideout in an iframe and just slap it on a page, I can just have buttons on the page, kind of like a Doom game. And so that's what I did. Now my hideout lives on an actual page, and there's buttons for you to click to go to the Discord server, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or my main website, themiddle.neocities. I was even able to add a little chat box in case somebody wanted to type something really cool in there, and I was also able to put a button that leads to my Omega Burger hideout, which is my second hideout that I did. Omega Burger was actually based off of my favorite burger joint when I lived in Seattle. It was called Dick's Drive-In, and I loved it so much that I created a virtual hideout out of it. But of course I disguised it as a different restaurant called Omega Burger, and the whole aesthetic is yellow, and there's like a contamination problem, and the employees and staff kind of like neglect the building. But Omega Burger is actually still a work in progress, which is why I haven't had many updates on my main hideout, is because I've been working on Omega Burger. As far as when Omega Burger will be finished, I really don't know. It could be finished at any point in time, really. The only thing I need to do now is I need to finish up the kitchen, and I need to add some chairs for the tables. But as far as like what hideouts are in general, it's literally just a cool little hideout space for you. Everything is yours. Like, it's a place that you need to make for yourself. It's just a place that you can get away to for a few minutes to escape a little bit of the troubles of reality. You can hang up posters of all your favorite stuff. You can put videos up of your favorite videos. I even added a little boombox that's playing Avril Lavigne Girlfriend on loop for 10 hours straight. But yeah, that's what hideouts are. And if you want to create a hideout, feel free to go to my website and copy the code. Just don't copy my hideout because I will sue you. I have a crack team of lawyers that will ruin your fucking life, fool. But with all of that out of the way, and with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my hideout, and I hope I inspired you a little bit. If you have any ideas for Omega Burger or my main hideout, let me know in the comments. But anyway, thanks so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.